Wake up, America. That's right. Wake up, America. I'm your host, Travis Holiday, and this is episode 5 of Wake Up, America. I want to talk about two things today. The other day on my last video, I was talking about how the area I live in, there's a lot of drug addicts in jail. Nothing's being done about the drug dealers. Well, congratulations to the Pasco County Sheriff's Department. Heads up to Chris Narco. You did a great job. I don't know if everybody's heard about this, but just a few days ago, 100 Pasco County deputies, along with dozens of code enforcement, parole officers, probation officers, went into Moon Lake and just swept the whole damn place. Okay, there's been a lot of murders that have happened there recently from what I've seen on the news. And I commend the sheriff for doing what he did. And I'm playing a song in the background called Run, Run Away. That's what you criminals need to do. Run, run away. People here in Pasco County are sick of this drug epidemic. And I'm glad to see that the Pasco County Sheriff's Department has gone out and tried to fix Moon Lake. 100 deputies deep. That is unheard of. I've never seen that anywhere I've lived. I'm glad this has happened because there's a lot of people I know whose lives have been destroyed by meth, pills, Dilaudid, Oxycontins, okay, cocaine, okay, these young girls shooting up drugs. It's an epidemic in this area. And I am so happy to see that the sheriff is now doing something about this. I am happy about Chris Narco going into Moon Lake and trying to clean that area up. I used to have a house out there. It's a nice area. It's just a few individuals here and there that are ruining it for that community. Meth labs, everything you can think of. Okay? And we all know that I had a run-in with the Sheriff's Department a couple years back where I was arrested for a crime I didn't commit. It wasn't their fault they arrested me. It was the judge's fault for not really hearing my case. It took me 2 years to prove my innocence. Okay? But I'm not upset with the Sheriff's Department. I'm commending the Sheriff's Department for their actions in Moon Lake. This was the greatest thing I've seen since I've lived here in Pasco County. Probation officers were going into houses, checking people out, making sure they weren't high, giving them drug tests, and this is all from things I've heard from people all around me all week. Now, this is a very good thing. They need to keep this up. They need to clean this whole damn West Pasco up. Okay? You can't go anywhere in Holiday, Newport, Richey, Hudson, without having somebody come up to you, wanting you to buy them a beer or get them a sandwich or give you a couple dollars so you can go out and do whatever you want with that money. There's a big homeless problem here. Hopefully that'll be the next thing on their agenda, is getting some of these people that want to help themselves do something for themselves. Okay, on my last episode I was talking about when I ran for mayor, how I stated that we need to go after the drug addicts, we don't need to be going after the drug addicts. We need to be going after the drug dealers, these big-time meth dealers, these big-time pill dealers. Hats off to the Pasco County Sheriff's Department. Looks like they're going to do this now, and it's about time. So I commend you, Chris Narco, for doing what you did in Moon Lake. Hopefully you do it again, because we need to get these drugs off the streets. I've seen too many of these people that I know, people I don't know, that lives have been ruined by this meth epidemic. Okay? So keep up the good work, Sheriff. And I'm glad you did what you did. Now let's talk about responsibility. Okay, I posted something on my Facebook the other day about people not taking responsibility for their own actions, bitching and complaining about everything and anything. Okay, what good does it do to bitch about something? All you're going to do is stress yourself out. And I had this one girl respond. I used to work at a hotel doing security, and she responded, and I quote, "Travis, I hope you're not talking about me, because you know I did a year in jail and it wasn't right that I did a year in jail for what I did. You're a prostitute. Number one, you've been arrested 14 times and you violated your probation 4 times. When will you understand that you're responsible for your own actions, America? I'm talking to all of America. I'm talking to the youth of this country. Okay, these parents of this generation have not raised their kids right. Okay? You're sitting here bitching and complaining that you had to go to jail for a year because you got arrested 14 times for prostitution. The judge didn't tell you to go out there and prostitute yourself and sell your pussy. You did that willingly, and you got caught 14 times. How many people have you given diseases to? Okay, we need to stop with the blaming everybody else for our issues. We need to take responsibility for our own actions. And I deleted this girl from my page because there's no reason to have her on there. Okay, this is just an example of what's going on with the youth of America. Okay, oh, I can't afford my rent. I got a job, but I can't get to work because it's a half a mile from here. Asshole, let me tell you something. You can't go to work because it's a half a mile from your house because you don't have a car. Take your lazy ass, put one foot in front of the other, and walk your happy ass to work. When I got my first job, one of my first jobs as a security officer when I was 18 or 19 years old, I had to ride my bike from Dunedin, Florida, all the way to Redington, Long Beach. 12 miles, give or take. And did I bitch and complain about it? No, I saved up a few paychecks, got myself a vehicle with the help of my father, okay, and I moved on to a better job. Okay, you're bitching and complaining because you don't like your job? Who in the hell likes their job in this country? I'll guarantee you half the people that work in this country don't like their jobs. But you got to take your job seriously. You got to go in there, you got to work, save up some money, and do something better. Okay, or stick with what you got. Okay, there's people out there that have jobs that are bitching because they don't make a lot of money. This girl was bitching, I went to jail for a year for prostitution because I couldn't make enough money at Wendy's to pay for my drug habit. Okay, so instead of doing the right thing, which might not be right for everybody, why didn't you go to a strip club, become a stripper, and make some money that way? Why did you have to go out on the streets selling your body? Okay, that's ridiculous. You put yourself in that situation, and now you have to pay the consequences. These people nowadays, these youngsters, don't understand responsibility. They don't know what it is to struggle. Okay? Now, in the last 5 years, I've had people rob me blind. Okay, but I don't go around bitching about it. I don't go around saying Steve Likeness owes me $1,700. I don't go around saying Tina owes me $1,000. Actually $1,200, but that's besides the point. I don't go around bitching about this stuff because there's nothing I can do about it. Okay? Take responsibility, America, for your own actions. I can say the same damn thing about Hillary Clinton and her damn emails. Okay? But that's another episode. But here's this thing. I'm tired, sick and tired of hearing the criminal element and the youth of today bitch and complain because they got in trouble or they can't pay their rent. Why did you get the apartment you can't afford in the first place? Well, I didn't want to live in that other neighborhood. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I was homeless for 6 months in the goddamn woods, and I saved up every dime. I had a job every day. I went to the gym. I showered every day. I did my laundry once a week. I lived in a tent, and I got myself out of the situation. So don't sit here and talk about how you're struggling because you can't walk a half a mile to work. Okay, this is ridiculous. You are spoiled, rotten brats. Okay? Take responsibility for your own actions. And once again, I do want to thank Sheriff Narco, okay, for doing what he did in Moon Lake. I want to see more of this. I want to see you go into Griffin Park next. I want to see all these drug dealers that are selling meth to our young kids go to jail. I'm sick of seeing it. I can't even go to a gas station and fill my gas tank up without seeing some high-ass motherfucker on the side of the goddamn store wanting me to give them a pack of cigarettes or $1 so they can get a beer. I'm sick of it. Let's clean this town up. Okay, we don't see this kind of problem in Dade City and Zephyr Hills. That side of the county is doing great. At least I haven't heard no problems over there. I'm sure they got their issues. But Newport Richey has a great police department. Okay, why don't you work with them and get these drug dealers off the streets? I'm sick and tired of seeing all these drug addicts go to jail, okay, instead of going to a facility to help them get off drugs, okay? It's like I said when I ran for mayor of Bradenton. If we take the drug dealers out of our streets, the drug addicts won't have no drugs to go get, and they will go somewhere else. Like St. Pete, Tampa, Bradenton. Let them go somewhere else. Okay, the ones that need help, let's see that they get help. Okay, so that's all I'm going to talk about today. I probably won't have another episode until Wednesday, maybe Tuesday night. But I'm venting a little bit today because I'm sick and tired of all these youngsters bitching about things like it's the end of the world. You got soldiers over in Iraq getting shot at every day, and you're bitching because you have to buy a hamburger instead of a steak for dinner because you don't have enough food stamps. You're lucky to have food stamps to begin with. Okay? Grow up. If you don't have enough money to survive, get a second job. If you can't find one in Pasco, go into Pinellas. There's many jobs there. Okay? Stop bitching about every little problem you have. Stop being spoiled brats. And wake up, America.